Nietzsche famously penned, "God is dead, God remains dead, and we have killed him, yet his shadow still looms." Consider that life as you know it does not require action on the part of the God in which you believe. That would explain why it seems that some receive blessing while others still wait on a miracle. Inaction, death, explains why it rains on the just and the unjust. Alpha and Omega make sense as you plead for God to heal and yet watch your loved one pass away. Rather than arguing with me about whether God is alive or dead, let's discuss a reality in which the answer to that question does not matter. That leaves us with our own belief, but it does not clarify our subsequent action. The natural order still remains. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. I offer that our action, our imperative, is to deepen our understanding of the natural order that governs us. Engage the awesomeness of what has been created. This is Alpha, the baseline and the beginning. Determine the world that we want to live within. This is Omega, the goal and the ending. The middle, your existence, is an opportunity to will your vision into reality. Wait. Before you turn off the video in disbelief, consider that the most effective way to destroy an Omega vision of peace and prosperity for the world is to poison our understanding of the mechanism, the natural order, with miseducation, fear, and protection of your ego. Even more effective in destroying an Omega vision is to cause the potential agents to worship the machinery. The agents never activate the machine to find their specific place within the mechanism. They never see how the larger mechanism models their individual potential. You never see the opportunity to motivate you, to activate your potential, or to ever change the world. With all that you are, seek to engage the process fully until you die. If you're trying to live forever, you're living contrary to the natural order. Yet if you exhaust yourself sustainably, your legacy will endure so completely that people long after you die will swear that you are still active in their daily lives. Let me say it plainly. God is not active in your daily life. What you feel as the presence of God as an active agent is a shadow of the completeness of His creation. This was His grand experiment that made us the more favored creation, the creation in His image. We have the power of choice, free will. That also means that it is up to us to write and create our own destiny. That means two things. Number one, you are to blame for what happens in the world. Number two, you can change what happens in the world. So many are deceived into seeking the will of God with justifications that His time is not our time, or His answers are sometimes no, or He allows things to happen for His purposes. Do not misunderstand. God is not human. He is not moved by one prayer over another. He does not redirect when you've made a definitive choice. He has set the world in motion, and He patiently watches how the saga unfolds. Yet this is not the death of faith. God does not answer yes, no, maybe, and wait. His answers are yes all the time. It is your task to discover how the yes can be made manifest. This is the place for collaboration and your assembly with others who believe. Some visions are only possible through collective action. Let's expand our analogy of the car as the machinery, faith as the mechanism. It is not important to ask, does the car will that I arrive at a destination? The car was created from the beginning with the ability to get you from point A to point B. The more important question is, do you know how to operate the car? Faith is that vehicle that, ignited by purpose, fueled by desire, on a highway of grace, moves you towards success. The bigger your faith, the more people you can take with you. The more people working in the same direction, the larger is the impact on the world. Your questioning is wasted on Will. His will is that you succeed. Your question should focus on how. Faith progression levels provide the how. I decode the manual I grew up with, the Bible, to unlock how your daily choices and lessons learned or missed impact the world. I know this is hard to accept because it places the responsibility on you. It goes against what you've been told. But if you're honest, it explains inconsistencies that you've always questioned. That's the difference between God and Santa Claus. The message was never ask for what you want and receive it. Read in context, it's better interpreted, don't be afraid to connect and make it happen. You've already been given the tools. I have no interest in shaking your foundation and faith. I wish to ensure that your foundation supports action and active faith. You only need to listen if you want to hear. You only need to question if you want answers. My need is not that you accept what I have explained. My need is that you exhaust your life courageously creating your sustainable explanation. Join me next time when I present the first of the 10 faith progression levels.